These are the cheapest gloves I have found, and these are the most expensive gloves that I've got. That is by the time this video is filmed. Now I've got these. Oh, hello. So I'll be putting these through a series of tests to see the quality between them and seeing which ones are better. Oh, and I also have a mid-range pair to compare the difference. The price of the cheap gloves are £0. Yep, I literally found on the floor. Oh wow, someone left their gloves. Might use it for a future video. The price of the mid-range pairs are £45, and these expensive gloves come at a price of 100 Great British pounds. Thanks Puma for sorting me out. By the end of this video you will know whether it's worth buying really expensive pairs of goalkeeper gloves, or whether the cheap pair can do the same job. But as a kid I've always wanted expensive goalkeeper gloves to wear, thinking they are going to make me a much better goalkeeper. Hello. Start with the grip test. I'll be performing two different types of tests to test the grip of the gloves. The first test being the hold test, where I hold the ball upside down to see how long I can grip onto the ball before the ball falls out. The cheap goalkeeper gloves went first, dropping the ball instantly. The mid-range pair were then tested second, dropping the ball after being held for 2 seconds exactly. Lastly, the expensive pair. These are the superior grip latex. Let's see how it does. The expensive pair dropped the ball after a staggering 15.69 seconds, more than tripling the mid-ranger's time. The second test is the angle test, where I hold the ball on the base of my palm and slowly turn my wrist to see at which angle the ball drops from. The angle test started with the cheap glove dropping the ball at 54 degrees. Pretty embarrassing. The mid-range glove dropped the ball at 105 degrees, putting a decent shift. And finally, the expensive gloves dropped the ball at... well, the expensive gloves completely destroyed the other gloves, holding the ball not once, but twice. So that got me thinking, do expensive goalkeeper gloves actually make you a better goalkeeper? By the end of the video we will find out the answer, as I will be rating the gloves out of 10, basing them off grip, durability, comfort and design, and the end result might shock you. But what shocks me is that 89% of you watching aren't even subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe or you hate football. To find out the rating of each goalkeeper gloves, we will be putting them through a series of harsh tests to see whether they are worth the price and answering the question whether they will make you a better goalkeeper. The durability test is going through the goalkeeper's worst nightmare, and comment down below if you agree. I will be running these gloves across the AstroTurf for a minimum of 7 seconds to see how durable these gloves are for wear and tear. You'd also expect the more you pay for the gloves, the longer they last, right? Starting with the cheap gloves, and this is how they performed. I've got quite good durability. They're the cheap version, literally nothing's ripped, nothing's broken, no tears, few really minor scratches, but other than that, durability, these scored quite well. The mid-rangers were up next, and this was their results. The durability is actually quite decent, got a few scratches here and there, but they were already kind of roughed up beforehand, so these actually performed quite well, surprisingly. Lastly, the expensive pairs, and boy I was not confident. So I reckon these will probably perform the worst because of the soft latex. These have actually performed so much better than I expected. These have got 0 cuts, 0 scratches. After those results, let's see what others think of the design. You'd expect the design of your gloves to look amazing since you're paying so much money for them. And what better way to test them than to ask my cameraman for a rating.
100% this one. That's the best one. I'll go this one and then that one.
And if you were to rate these out of 10, what would you give them? During the comfort test, we will be testing their performance and comfortability when facing shots. Cue the montage. We'll go through the wastelands, through the... There's so much space between them. The bottom is already breaking. There's no grip. It's very bad material. The gloves are really strapped. I can take it off. That's how bad it is. Wastelands through the highways and on. Protection, that would hurt my hands. They are fit to the hand, material quality feels good. These gloves, they just feel like a cheat code. Fearless. that, the results were in, and for the grip test, the cheap gloves scored 1 out of 10, and the mid-range scored an 8 out of 10, whereas the expensive gloves scored a 10 out of 10, destroying the competition. The durability test was surprisingly amazing across the board, getting a 10 out of 10 for both the mid-range pair and the expensive gloves, seeing 0 wear and tear, but over time the cheap gloves started to break down, getting them a 3 out of 10. My cameraman gave a rating for the design of each gloves, and here's what he said.
3 out of 10. This is a 5. I'd go 8/9. It's a good one.
Finally, the scores of the comfort test are 2 out of 10 for the cheap gloves.
I'm sorry, the quality is so bad, so cheap. There's so much space. It feels like it's gonna rip.
8 out of 10 for the mid-range gloves.
It's comfortable, it's reliable.
And a 10 out of 10 for the expensive pair of goalkeeper gloves.
These ones were absolutely unbelievable. Felt amazing, like a second skin.
Before I give you the final scores, comment save if you reached this bit in the video. The total rating for the cheap gloves is 2, a rating of 8.5 for the mid-range pair, and before I answer the question whether expensive gloves actually make you a better goalkeeper, they score a rating of 9. These expensive goalkeeper gloves are actually really good value for money, unlike these.
Oh, hello.
But do they improve you?
It's all about ability. The gloves help a little bit, but you just need to be good with your own ability to be a good goalkeeper.